Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kailin and I post new videos every single week. And I post videos mainly about eating disorder recovery and intuitive eating, so if that's something that you're interested in, I would love if you clicked onto that subscribe button down below and become part of our little family. But for today's video, we are going to be doing another what I eat in a day, which is always just a fun video to test out some new recipes. I recently got an air fryer and I'm just so excited about it, so you'll probably see that appear a couple of times in this kind of vlog style video. So I'm not actually hungry right now. Oh my goodness. But I'm really craving this soy milk that I have. I talk about it all the time. And if you are an avid viewer of my channel, I'm sorry that you've had to hear me talk about this soy milk a million times, but it's so good. So I'm just going to pour a glass of this and I'm just going to sip on it throughout my client call. And then once it's done, we'll be able to make our first air fryer recipe together. It's actually from one of my friends, Noor. She sent me a message on Instagram and it's like this apple tart. Like I'm not 100% sure about exactly what it is, but I'm so excited to try it. I've never baked anything in my air fryer. In fact, I've like only made potato fries basically in there. So I'm just going to have some soy milk. Oh my God, it is my best friend. It is so good. I don't have words that explain how much I love this, but cheers. This is the first thing that I'm having today, and we'll make something together really soon. All right, besties, it is a little bit later and I'm so excited to make this breakfast. I don't know, it's like an apple pastry that you make in the air fryer basically, and I'm so excited. So first things first, we are going to be making the dough, and all that we need is some flour, sugar, butter, some of this baking powder, salt, and 2 eggs. And honestly, I didn't even know that you could bake in the air fryer. As I mentioned, this is a subscriber/friend's recipe, so I'm really excited to try it. But let's just get started and make the dough first. Got our bowl. The first thing that we're going to add is some flour, and I'm going to add in 1 3/4 cups. The recipe is going to be linked down below. My camera wasn't filming, but I added in 1 cup of sugar. Next, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I probably should use like standard measuring spoons. Maybe that's why some of my recipes don't always pan out. And we're just going to add in a pinch of salt, as well as 2 eggs. And lastly, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of softened / a little bit melted butter. Gotta get every last drop, you know? Now let's see if we can magically turn this into a dough. Also, I don't have a food scale and I converted this from grams to cups, so I hope that I've got the right recipe or that it's still manageable. So now that we have this dough, I'm just going to knead it a little bit more until it sticks together a bit more nicely, and then I'm going to divide it into 2 sections, and then we're going to refrigerate it for around half an hour. I feel like I'm playing with boobies right now. All right, I'm just gonna stick these in the fridge and then we are going to make the filling. Oh my goodness. All right, little guys, I'll see you soon. So the dough is in the fridge and now we are going to make the delicious apple filling. This is very reminiscent to like apple pie filling. This whole kind of thing is kind of like apple pie. I have some Cortland apples. I have around 5. Oh my God, I thought that was a bug. It was just a piece of hair. Anyway, we're going to use the juice of some lemon. You can even add in some lemon zest. One of the ingredients was biscuit spice, and we don't have that here in Canada, but I Googled it and I'm pretty sure, I think I can use cinnamon instead. And I mean, cinnamon and apples goes really, really nicely together. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to add in some raisins. You can just leave raisins out if you don't like them. And lastly, some sugar. So let's do that. First things first, I'm going to wash, peel, and dice up all of these apples.
For me, I'm fine pretending that
right, so I have all of our beautifully diced apples, and I'm just going to add some lemon juice on top of them. Lemon is just so springy, I love it. It's also a juicy guy. Next, I'm going to add in around 4 tablespoons of sugar, around 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and also some raisins. And now I'm just gonna give this a little mix. So as you know, I'm still fairly new to having an air fryer. I've had it for like 3 days. So I'm not 100% sure if I was supposed to put this directly into like the air fryer basket or if I was supposed to put it in like a tin. I'm going to assume, well, not a tin, like a dish. I'm going to assume I have to put it in this. This is like an oven safe dish. So I just buttered this up. But again, I'm not 100% sure about what I'm doing. Sorry, that was our door locking automatically. So as I mentioned, I've got this baking dish. So I'm going to take one of our little dough balls and just sort of pat it into this dish to create like a little bit of like a hug, you know, like a warm enclosure for the apples. Okay, I don't know if I did something wrong. Maybe this just needs a bit more flour because it's sticking to my rolling pin. So when in doubt, just use those hands. Let's attempt to do this. I feel like that looks pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. Now we're going to add in some of our apple filling. I feel like I made too much of this, but that's okay. We'll have leftover apples that I can use for oatmeal or something. Honestly, just eating these apples like this, it's such a delicious snack. My grandmother used to always make cinnamon apples with a little bit of sugar growing up, and it's just so freaking good. So for this other dough ball, I'm going to flatten it out with my hands again, but then we're going to attempt to make like a lace effect on top to put like it in little strips of dough. So we're gonna do that now. So it is not my prettiest work, but I'm just brushing it with some egg yolk right now, and I'm actually going to preheat my air fryer, my beautiful baby. I'm going to preheat it to 320. And I think that that's 170 degrees Celsius. Anyway, the instructions will be down below, as I said. So I might have burnt it just a little bit, but I think that it's going to still taste incredible. I wish you guys could smell my house right now. I can't believe that the air fryer did this. It's so cool. I'm too impatient to let it cool. So we're gonna try it. I'm going to just try to get a bite with a little bit of everything on it. Oh my God, the dough is so soft and beautiful. The smell and texture so far is an easy 10 on 10. Here goes nothing. Wow, that is so good. It almost tastes like apple cake more than like apple pie. Anyway, I'm gonna have some of this for breakfast and I'll see you soon for lunch. Hi friends, it's a little bit later and we are going to be making some lunch. And for lunch today, I'm thinking of doing like kind of like the MARIKO salmon and rice bowl, except I don't have a lot of the ingredients. So it's inspired by her like salmon dish with mayo and sriracha. I'm really excited to make that. And I'm also going to make my salmon in the air fryer because, you know, I just got it. I'm obsessed, okay? So this is the salmon that I'm just going to air fry. I'm just gonna put on a little bit of like olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I'm going to make a bowl with some rice, some cucumbers. I would have loved to have avocado, but I don't have any. But I do have some frozen edamame that I'm gonna throw in there. And then for the sauce, I'm going to make a spicy sriracha sauce with some mayo and, well, sriracha. And we'll see how that turns out. Don't forget to rinse your rice, besties. Trying to make cucumber ribbons, but I feel like this is incredibly difficult to not slice off your freaking hand. I'm just going to eat the rest of this cucumber. So while the rice is cooking, we're going to, prepare this salmon. And I'm going to keep the seasoning for this very, very simple. So I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil and salt and pepper. Originally, I was going to add some garlic, but I think I just want to keep it super basic today with some salt and pepper. And the sesame oil also gives it a really nice flavor if you've never tried before. I give that a little massage. I love salmon. It's so freaking tasty and delicious. And now I'm just gonna put this in the air fryer for around 7 minutes. All right, so it is time to doctor up our rice. So the rice that I used is not actually like sushi rice. It's arborio rice. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's basically the rice that you would use for like risottos. So it's kind of like a high starch rice, which is closer to sushi rice basically. Anyway, the first thing that I'm going to add is some of this rice vinegar. And I'm not measuring anything. I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know, like a teaspoon or 2 that you need. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil, some salt, and lastly, just a sprinkle of sugar. It's really hot, but we're gonna give it a little taste. So I have my bowl with the ribbon cucumbers, and I'm going to add some edamame that I just heated up in the microwave. They kind of look like shriveled little peanuts, but that's okay. Let's add in some rice. Oh my God, the salmon cooked beautifully. This is what our bowl is looking like right now. I put some mayo in a little plastic bag to use as like a piping bag because I don't have QP mayo. And I kind of want this to look really pretty. Okay, it doesn't look that pretty, but it's okay. Go in now with the sriracha. So this is what it looks like right now, but I'm actually just going to mash it all together. So this is the before, and I'll show you the after in 2 seconds. And this is the after, and I also added on some sesame seeds. You might hear my neighbor doing some yard work, but I'm sitting here with my lunch. I also added on some soy sauce. This dish, I think, tends to be better when you prepare it with like day-old rice and salmon, but it is so incredible. I've made this a couple of times before, but this is the best time that I've ever made it. I think it's the rice that I used. It's so good. I thought I would throw in a quick reminder about why I make these videos in the first place. I know that I address it every month or every couple of months, and I just think it's important to reiterate that I never make these videos as a form of comparison, mainly because I also never show my portions, right? For breakfast, you don't know how much apple tart I had. Maybe I had the whole thing. You have no idea. And even for this bowl, I might have seconds, I might not finish this bowl, but I never really display that. And the reason that I make these videos is because there are so many videos on YouTube concerning like what I eat in a day videos that make me feel like shit. Like they make me feel so bad for liking certain foods, for eating and enjoying certain foods. Food morality is just not it. Like, eat out if you want to eat out, eat at home if you want to eat at home. Food morality just is not a thing. You are not bad if you eat cake, and you are not good if you eat salad. Trust me, I know plenty of shitty people who love salad. It's just, that's not how it works. And once you leave the dieting scene and you work on your food morality and, you know, maybe some issues that you have with movement or whatever it might be, you start practicing intuitive eating once you're ready and once you've done a lot of hard work. And hard work, I'm talking about changing our mindset. I swear eating is just, it's no longer complicated, and it's just so freeing. If you're following creators who make you feel shitty about eating, or make you feel shitty about eating certain foods, then why are you following them? Okay, why are you following them? Every single person that you follow should give something to you, and they should all be giving you something positive. I can't get over how good this meal is. Anyway, I'm gonna have this. I have a couple more client calls today, and then we'll see what I'm feeling like for dinner, whether I'm cooking at home, whether we're getting takeout. We will have to just see my energy, see how I'm feeling, and yeah, see what sounds good. So I'm making myself a cup of tea. Look at how cute this mug is. I am obsessed. This is from my mother-in-law. And my tea of choice today is pomegranate raspberry. I don't like my tea very strong unless there's milk in it, but I usually only put milk in like black tea and things like that. So I usually only keep the tea bag in for like 30 seconds and then she comes out. This tea smells like sour Skittles and it's so freaking good. It's also really good if you ice it, which I love to do. And if you want to make iced tea, it's so simple. I've showed you on my like vlog before, I think, but you basically just boil some water, put a bunch of tea bags in a glass bottle. You just want to make sure that the glass bottle is warm. It cannot be cold or room temperature. It's got to be warm, so run it under some hot water. And then you pour the boiling water in carefully. You let it sit on your counter until it's like room temperature. You stick it in the fridge and then you have beautiful iced tea. And this is so good with some lemonade. I wish I had some lemonade right now, but I don't. But anyway, I've got my cup of tea. I'm gonna go on my call and I'll see you later for dinner. Hi besties. So I am ordering something for dinner because I can't be asked to cook. I truly can't. But as a snack while I'm waiting, I'm gonna have some delicious kiwis. I just cut up a bunch of them and I'm just going to scoop them out with a spoon. I know some people eat the skin. It's not for me. I don't like how it tastes or how it feels in my mouth. But this is my snack right now and I'm gonna show you my dinner when it gets here. And Harley is also eating his dinner and Tabasco is patiently waiting to lick his bowl because he always licks his bowl when he's done, or he eats a couple of pieces that are left over. Hey, we all gotta eat, my beautiful baby. Yeah, we do. Such a pretty boy. Look at those eyes. Oh, I love you. Dinner has arrived. Andrew is racing in his like racing rig upstairs and it is quite noisy. So if you hear that, that's just him enjoying his Wednesday night, okay? I got Greek food, which is my favorite. I'm a Greek bitch through and through. It's delicious. We have some delicious pita. I always order the biggest tub of tzatziki. It's basically like a tub that you would get in the store and I just eat it throughout the week because it's so good. It also comes with this house salad. And what I ordered today was the brochette plates with 2 brochettes and rice. This can also come with potatoes, but I really wasn't in a potato mood today, so I just got like double the rice, I guess. Oh, I'm just so hungry. Everything smells so freaking good. Let me give you a better close-up. So we've got our pita, our chicken brochettes and rice, and also our salad, as well as the star of the show, which is the tzatziki. I'm an olive hater, so I took them out of the salad, but I try them every time, just in case one day I decide that I like olives. But this is going to be dinner for tonight. And to finish off the night, I'm just having some of these Kit Kat pieces. But thank you so much for watching this video. It truly means so much to me just to have you here, for you to be here on this beautiful earth. I'm so glad that you're here, basically is what I'm trying to get at. If you like videos like this, then make sure to give me a thumbs up and leave me a kind comment down below. And of course, I'm always open to video suggestions. Have an amazing night, everybody, and don't forget to do something kind for yourself, okay? Okay.